Right, now let's see this question here and solve together. Now the question says find the value of x in the figure above. Now how do we solve this question here? Take your mind off SOHCAHTOA. We are not using SOHCAHTOA here, alright? So now look at this. We are going to be making use of what we call the sine rule, alright? Now sine rule can be used when we have two angles on one side or two sides and one angle, alright? We can now say that we have what, how many angles here? Two angles, and we have what, one side here. So we are going to be making use of what? Of the sine rule. And how does the sine rule goes? We have sine A over A, so that's the formula, equal to sine B over B. Now the capital A is the angle, while the small a is the side facing the angle. The capital B is the angle, while the small b is what? The side facing the what? The angle. Now look at this is A, and look at this is 30. So side A here is what? 30, while the small a is what? 10. The side facing this angle is what? 10. Now from this part here we have sine B. What is B? 60 abi. Now the side facing B is what? X. So the small b is what? X. So that's what we are saying here. So from here we just simply what? Substitute the values. So we will be having what? Sine what? 30 over 10 equal to, what is sine B? Sine 60 over x. Now from here we now what? Solve for x. From here we simply what? Cross multiply. We'll be having what? Sine 30 times x equal to 10 times sine 60. Now from this part here, what do we do next? We simply divide by what? Sine 30 over sine 30 over sine 30. Now from here, sine 30 what? Cancel out sine 30 from here. We are left with what? X equal to 10 times sine 60 over sine 30. Now from here, if you don't remember how to use your special angle, you will be stuck from here. Now look at this. We have sine, we have for 60, we have for 30, we have for 45. Don't forget, we have sine 30 to be 1 over 2, while sine 60 equal to root 3 over 2. Now from here we just want to substitute this. So if you are familiar with special angle, you should remember all this. So we are going to substitute it into this equation here. We'll be having x equal to 10 times what? Sine 60, which is what? Root 3 over 2. And you see that over, now sine what? 30, which is what? 1 over 2. Now from this part here we have this one here 1, this one here what? 5. So we'll be having what? Equal to 5 root 3 divided by what? 1 over 2. You get that? So now from here we just what? Change this to multiplication. We'll be having 5 root 3 times 2, which will give us what? 10 root 3. 10 root 3, and that is what? That's the value for x. X equal to what? 10 root 3. And that is the answer. Now from this part here, option B is the correct answer. So once you see a question like this, please be very careful. And there are some questions that involve using of cosine rule. We also have for cosine rule, depending on what we are given. So we solve accordingly.